Oh, hi there. Welcome to BSF Recovery Team. Look what I found for Mara's truck. Two of them, the gas can holders. One of them for the driver's side. There's mounts for that, or holes for that there. Maybe the other one for the passenger side. There isn't holes, but let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, see what you think, if we should put one on each side. Anyway, our goal today is to get this mounted underneath the truck and the back end buttoned up. I don't know if we'll get it wired today, but we'll see. So let's get started on it. We have to drill holes. I said we had to drill 6 holes. So 2 of them go in the ends of this one. Then we have to mark that one and drill our frame. No, we're not gonna put little 1/4-inch bolts in here. That's just a pilot hole.
Hi.
What?
Abby found a present for you.
Oh, look at that. My radiator is here. Excellent.
You sure it's a radiator? Nothing for me, for Blondie. No.
Look at that. Set it down right there. Oh yes, and it's got the oil cooler on this side and the trainee cooler on that side and all of the fittings. Excellent. Excellent. Yes, we're gonna have the red truck running for the record games.
I'll buy you stuff, it's okay.
All right, well, the radiator's here, but we want to get finished on the back end. Okay, get this under there. And we're maxed out again. I need another 2 inches of shim, at least. Which means we can add 2 inches that way. Okay. Are you helping? Yeah? You're helping me? Well, I think that's the right spot. We'll mark the hole. Well, that one's in the right spot, but that one's not. Shall we take the chance and just draw a line? Hopefully. Pilot hole drilled. Okay, back under we go. Okay, 2 more holes to mark and drill. Well, as it turns out, I can't quite get short enough to drill the holes in my upper frame rail from the bottom side. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut access holes in my deck and drill them from the top, which means that I'm going to have to do some real accurate measuring. Let's hope I get it right. Well, here goes. Okay, there's our access hole. Now we got to mark the top side of the frame rail. Okay, moment of truth. Did I measure correctly? Well, I guess that's close enough. Okay, it's in. We can let our jack down. All right, it's mounted. Now we can put our hitch back in. If you're wondering why I didn't put the winch on the deck of the wrecker, it's because it would interfere with my sling, folding up my sling. You see, the winch is just as wide or wider than the bars on my sling. So I wouldn't be able to fold it up onto the deck like I do. That would be hugely inconvenient. You like that? Okay, now we gotta mount that right about there. Let's see if we can get this in the right spot. Oh, does that look level? There we go. We can reach under here, put it in pre-spool, feed our winch line through, like that. There. Not only can we use it as a drag winch, but if we ever need to, we can use it as a second boom winch with a pulley, or anchor it off to the side if we're pulling sideways on both sides. Or off of our main boom, and we can still extend our extension. That way we could hold up the sling with the winch. Yeah. I think this is going to be a game changer. Well, we have to wire it yet, but that's going to be a game changer for the wrecker games. Matt's Off-Road Games. Check it out. Have you got your supporter package yet? Off of our website, bsfrecoveryteam.com. Check it out. We have the red wrecker, and we also have Blondie. We're bringing it with, running or not, for you to see. Well, it's the next day, and we have to wire in our winch. Now, we're going to wire in a battery disconnect, probably right up here, for safety reasons and to keep our battery from going dead. The reason is because the Badlands winch with the remote control is always looking for a signal. So it will drain your battery dead if the vehicle is parked for a long period of time or even a short period of time. There is another way though. Let me show you. So on the Badlands winch, there is a switch underneath here that's on or off. And off is no remote, no wireless remote, and on is the wireless remote. If it's left on, it will drain your battery dead. If it's switched off, it won't. And I just learned that. That's why the battery was going dead in the snowcat. Okay, we're getting there. There we go. That's done. Okay, now for the negative cable. You wouldn't believe how much this stuff costs. I needed 25 feet of it, and I found this 25-foot roll, and it costs $100. Crazy. Now I know I could just ground it to the frame and let the frame be my ground, but we like to run a cable all the way to the battery. "25 feet? Not a bad guess." Slide our little cover over, and we're gonna make our own cable end right here, just like that, with our crimpers. They're just like like a bolt cutters, only they have little crimp holes in the end. And this one is a number 2 cable, or a 2/0 cable, and 3/32. So the third hole in is the one we want to crimp it at. There we go. And there it is, crimped. Okay, it's wired, but we have to turn the switch on so it works with the remote. Okay, switch is on. We're engaged. Our battery switch is on. And we got to turn this on. Wireless mode. And let's see. I was wrong. The switch on the winch goes the other way. And it works. Well, thanks for watching BSF Recovery Team. Keep wheeling and stay safe out there, and maybe we'll see you in the woods. Have to figure out what to do with this hook.